Welcome. My name is Colleen Tauke and I'm a sewing specialist here at Fons & Porter. In this Quilting Quickly tutorial, I'm going to show you how to put together the blocks for the quilt called Layer It Up. If you'd like to purchase this pattern, please visit our website. Okay, you can see the quilt behind me has a really great array of purples into greens, and that's what you get when you get pre-packaged, pre-cut 10-inch squares. You can pick a colorway that you enjoy and has kind of an accent, and lights, darks, the whole range. You don't have to shop for all those pieces, and some of the cutting is done ahead. So you've got all this great selection, and we're pairing it up with a really fun kind of creamy yellow batik background fabric, so it makes all those really great fabrics pop. So we're going to be taking those 10-inch squares and creating the blocks that you see, the block that you see in front of you here. Now that layering kind of square on square look is made by creating smaller pieces here, and we can get that variety again from those 10-inch pieces. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting up our 10-inch square, and we're going to be cutting off a 4.5-inch wide piece, creating a 4.5-inch square, then 2 rectangles. And I've got them lettered here, which may be a really good way for you to keep organized too in your sewing room. Create yourself a flannel board, use a pizza box, cookie sheet, something that you can lay your pieces out, stacking them by size and bringing them the different pieces together. So you would then create a 2.5-inch wide strip here. We've got 2 squares, B-size squares, a C-size rectangle. And in the last 2.5-inch strip, again, 2 more squares and a C rectangle. So as you sort these, you may want to put a square and a rectangle together, because you will see here that a rectangle and a square are used in conjunction together to make kind of that corner unit as it gets closer to the center. So pair up these, a B and a C together as you stack them, then they'll be ready to go when you're creating your blocks. So we've got those cut up. So we would have A's, B's, and C's, and then do the same thing. Follow your instructions for the number of each of the different shapes, but you have A squares, C rectangles, and B squares, all similar, and from this you're going to create your blocks. The fun part is you get to put together different colors. You can come up with a contrast that you like and design your blocks. I'm using some little clips here to kind of keep organized. You can use maybe these in your sewing room too. We are going to then start with a square in the center, and we're just going to kind of build out each block so you can see the components that go into it. And this is where that flannel board, pizza box, or whatever, so you could then create a block, take it to the sewing machine, and create your quilt block. A rectangle and a square go here. Square and a rectangle here. Move over just a little so we can get everything together. The diagrams in our patterns are very helpful for you to put together everything, so you can just follow those along with those. You could even take that diagram and enlarge it and lay it right beside you, kind of as a guide, so that you can make sure that you place everything properly. Sometimes it's easiest to put together the dark colors first, and then come in and put in the light fabrics. Put a square here on each side. Once we get everything laid out, we'll talk about the construction. Here, one more. Oops, fuzz. Here and here. So we've got that layering from the center, kind of L shapes all the way out. Now, if I were to pull this up, I want to kind of create 3 rows. So here's row 1, and then we're going to pull those down a little. It'll be row 2 and row 3, and then you can just join the rows and create your block. Now all of them are constructed in the same manner with a diagonal like this, and then as you look at the quilt, it's just the positioning of that diagonal twisted and turned to create this overall kind of explosion from the center for Layer It Up. If you'd like to see more of our video tutorials, please visit our website. Thanks for joining me today.